Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to create a basic model for a multi-rotor on the Radiomaster TX16s. This is basically the out-of-the-box situation on this radio. It has a built-in model for an airplane. This is on OpenTX 2.2.8 I believe, and I think when 2.4 comes out later, this whole setup's gonna be a little bit different, but this should just get you going if you just gotten this radio and you want to set up a model for the first time and don't know how to do that. I'll go and show you how to do that. So first off, you want to get into the model select menu, and you're gonna long press the scroll wheel here and hit model select and hit enter, and we'll go ahead and long press again and hit create model. And there's no multi-rotor option here. We're just going to create a plane, which is basically the same channel setup here. Hit enter, and then you get this wizard, and it'll ask you to have a motor, which basically just have throttle. And this radio here out of the box is set up as an AETR radio, and so if you're for beta flight purposes, that's what you're going to want to also match that to this radio. Is the channel mapping is going to be AETR, so the throttle is going to be on channel 3. And I think we hit the page forward button to page forward here, get to the next one, so that means that you're going to confirm that. And then here obviously we only have one aileron, not two, so that airplane, so we're going to go over here where it says 2. I'll select that and change that to 1, and then hit page. Does it have flaps? No. Hit page forward, and then elevator and rudder is going to be on channel 2 and 4. Hit forward, and this should be your motor mapping or your channel mapping here. And then we're going to hit the scroll wheel. We're going to change we need to change something to yes all as well. Hit enter, and it'll say model successfully created. Hit return to exit, and then we should have model 4 there, so we'll go and exit out of here. And then if you want to go into that model settings, we just long press the model button here, and here we can scroll to right here under internal RF. So this one has the internal multi-program module. We're going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to select multi, and then here we can select whatever receiver you have. So in this case it's FlySky, or it could be FreeSky or whatever. There's obviously a huge number, and you just hit bind, and that will start the bind process. Go ahead and exit out of that. Now if you're using this model for crossfire, for example, on the external, so I'm going to turn off the internal module and turn on the external RF here, and so you just select crossfire. This will be for the external module in the back. Okay, so to set up your switches, you're going to page over to the inputs, and obviously the first 4 channels are already set up to the wizard that we ran through earlier: aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder. So we're going to scroll down to channel 5 here, and we're going to select that, and you can give it a name if you want. I don't usually mess with that, but you can hit here under source. You can either set, for example, a switch as your source like that, or you can just use SO1. It's kind of your choice. It really depends on how you want to set up your radio. I'll just do that. And for the input for, like, for example, if you want to use this as your arm switch, for example, that would be a common use for channel 5. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead. Basically, I'm going to leave everything else as alone. You're not going to adjust any of the settings of the switch itself. And then we're going to page to the next page, which is the mixer. And we're going to go back down here to channel 5, and their source. You can select that switch there for arming, and then we'll hit back. So now when we go out, let's just exit out to the channel monitor here. You can see channel 5 now is set up here, and you can use that for arming, for example, in beta flight. Now if you want to set up a a 3-position switch, for example, say, maybe this one over here for rates or for angle mode, for example, you could do that. Just basically set up another channel in the same way. You'll just be using the different switch, which is in 3 positions, set up 2, and you can then use that next channel for whatever purposes you want in Betaflight. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for a simple model setup on this radio. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.